Okay, today's class is retiring of bills under rebate. Okay, in yesterday's class we'll discuss the renewal of bill now. Renewal of bill means when the acceptor or the drawee he may not able to honor the bill on the due date, so he may request to the drawer for what to cancel the original bill and to draw a fresh bill to extend for a further period of time. So this is called as a renewal of bill. So under that renewal of bill, the drawee has to pay the interest for that extending that further period. Okay. Now today's class is retiring of bills under rebate. Retiring of bills under rebate. So this is the other side of the renewal of the bill. Okay, now see here, first write down this meaning. When the drawee of a bill when the drawee of a bill decides to make payment even before the due date, due date of the bill, and the drawer welcomes it. So it is called retiring bill. It is called retiring a bill. Okay, retiring renewal of bill is what? The drawee may not able to pay that payment on the due date. Okay, he will extend it further period. So under this retiring bill, the drawer wants to make the bill before the due date only. For example, 18th March is the due date, but the drawer has to make the payment on only 5th March. Okay, so even before the due date of the bill, at that time the drawer accept it. Okay, you can pay that amount. So it is called as a retiring bill. So simply speaking that, so retiring bill means that the drawee makes the payment before the due date. So in such a case, the drawer is to allow some discount because he was to receive after some time in the future, he receives immediately. So the discount is an expenses for the dryer and gain for the drawee. Okay, so in this case, the drawee makes the payment before due date. Na? So at that time, the dryer will give some discount to the drawee to making payment before the due date. So the discount is okay. So discount is given to the drawee now. Suppose instead of paying 10,000, the drawee makes the payment is 9,500 only. Okay, it is lost to the drawer now. So it is expenses to the drawer and gain to the drawee. Okay, he will have 500. He will pay only 9,500. Remaining 500 is gain to the drawee now. So and 500 expenses to the drawee. Okay, so this discount is, he allows some discount because he was to receive after some time in the future. He receives immediately, so that this discount is an expenses for the drawer and gain for the drawee. Write journal entry under this case. Drawer's book. Drawer's book. Bank account debtor, he will receive the cash now. So debit what comes in? What comes in? Cash. So that is in the form of check. So that's why bank account debtor, discount allowed account debtor, discount allowed account debtor to bills receivable account. To bills receivable account. Narration is being the bill retired, being the bill retired before the due date. Okay, being the bill retired before the due date. Next, under this drawer's book is bills payable account debtor, bills payable account debtor to bank account, bills payable account debtor to bank account to discount received account. To discount received account. Being the bill retired by, being the bill retired by us before maturity. Before maturity. Next is accommodation bills. Next is accommodation bills. Okay, sometimes for the purpose of arranging temporary financial accommodations. Okay, for the purpose of arranging temporary financial accommodation, bills are drawn, accepted, and endorsed without any consideration. Consideration means in the form of money. Okay, arranging this temporary financial accommodation, bills are drawn, accepted, and endorsed without any consideration. So these types of bills are called as an accommodation bills. So the accommodation bills are drawn under this for the purpose of arranging temporary financial accommodation under this bills are drawn okay bills are drawn, accepted, and endorsed without any consideration. So these types of bills are called accommodation bills. This when bills are drawn, accepted, and endorsed without any consideration. Suppose ordinary bills are drawn for some consideration. Okay, suppose any bills are there, that bills are ordinary bills. That bills are drawn for some consideration. So that is known as trade bills. In other words, when party has to receive money from the other party. Okay, when one party that one party has to receive money from the other party. So the former party draws the bill, later accepts it. It is under the trade bill. But under these accommodation bills are those which are drawn and accepted without any consideration. Okay, under this no one receives money from the other party. So here is the idea is to help one or both the party financially, since the bills are drawn without any consideration, so they are also termed as a kite bills. They are also termed as kite bills. So as no consideration is involved, under this no consideration is involved. So under this accommodation bills are not legally enforceable through accommodation bills, are not bills from a legal point of view. Are not bills from a legal point of view, yet they are in practice no way different from an ordinary bill. No way different from an ordinary bill. So what actually happens is, in the case of an accommodation bills, is that one party draws the bill and other party accepts. So then the drawing party gets its discounted from the bank and receives ready cash of which he is in need. Okay, the money received is either only utilized by the drawer or by the both, and the acceptor before the due date approaches. So the required sum of money is sent to the acceptor in order to make him able to honor the bill, and the bill is honored by the acceptor on the due date. So thus, although there is no legal liability, so there exists a strong moral understanding between the parties concerned. Now under this, entries in the case of accommodation bills, okay, discussed above. Now under this, accommodation bills are generally drawn and accepted for three different purposes. Okay, so these accommodation bills are drawn and accepted for three different purposes are: now see, first purpose is when the bill is drawn and accepted only for the accommodation of the drawer. First condition is, our first purpose is when the bill is drawn and accepted only for the accommodation of the drawer. At that time, when a person is in need of the funds, okay, accommodation of the drawer, when a person is in a need of funds, he draws a bill on a friends who accept the bill to obligate the drawer. So the understanding between them is that of the drawer will place a acceptor in funds well in time, so as to enable him to pay off the bill when it presented for payment. So the drawer can and then discount the bill with the bank. The drawer can, okay, then the discount the bill with the bank and obtain the needed funds. And obtain the needed funds to meet his aim with the temporary finance. To meet his aim with temporary finance. So when the bill is about to fall, when the bill is about to fall due for payment, the drawer gives the amount of the bill to the acceptor who meets the bill on presentation by the bank. First purpose is when the bill is drawn and accepted only for the accommodation of the drawer. Next, second purpose is when the bill is drawn, second purpose is when the bill is drawn and accepted for the accommodation of both the drawer and the drawee. So under this, when two persons are in needed of funds, under that first condition or first purpose, only the drawer wants to need of funds, he draws a bill on his friends like that. So under the second purpose, when two persons are in need of funds, okay, one of the parties draws a bill or other. Here, after the bill is being discounted with the banker, okay, bill is being discounted with the banker, the realized cash is shared by the drawer. Okay, the realized cash is shared by the drawer and the drawee is in agreed proportion. The drawer and the drawee in an agreed proportion. So the understanding is that the loss by way of discounting charges is also to be shared in the same ratio in which they share the proceeds before the due date of the bill. So the drawer sends his share of the proceeds to the drawee. So the drawee then arranges his share of the proceeds and meets the bill on the due date. And meets the bill on the due date. Next is another way of accommodating both the parties who are in the need of funds is that they draw on each other. They draw on each other's bill for similar amounts, but both the parties discount their respective bills with the bankers. Okay, both the parties discount their respective bills with the bankers and at maturity pay off their acceptances. Next is third purpose is when several bills are drawn, and accepted for the accommodation of more than two parties, here each party draws one or more bills on the others. Here more than two parties are drawn and accepted. So here each party draws the bill on one on others. So the bills are then discounted by the respective parties. The total net proceeds of the bill is then shared by the parties in an agreed ratio. Okay, total amount is getting now. So that amount is shared by the parties in an agreed ratio. So the total discounting charges are also shared by them in the same proportion. Okay, at what ratio they will share the amount by that 3 or 4 parties. So the discounting charges are also shared. Before the due date, in order to enable each party to honor his bill, the required amount is remitted by the others. The required amount is remitted by the others, with the help of which they honor the accepted the bills. Next is difference between trade bills and accommodation bills. The difference between trade bills and accommodation bills. Okay, trade bills means first is trade bills is under these bills are drawn these bills are drawn and accepted for some consideration. accepted for some consideration, that is for trade purposes. Next is accommodation bills, means these bills are drawn and accepted without any consideration. Next is under these trade bills. These bills are acknowledgements of the debts, and the accommodation bills are not the acknowledgement of the debts. That is trade bills. These trade bills are may or may not be discounted with the bank. Trade bills are may or may not be discounted with the bank. Under these accommodation bills are always discounted with the bank. Next is under the trade bills, the loss by way of discounting charges. The loss by way of discounting charges is to be borne by the drawer. Is to be borne by the drawer, because the drawee is no way benefited. Under these accommodation bills, the loss by way of discounting charges is to be shared by the drawer and the drawee in the same ratio. They share the proceeds. Next is under these trade bills, the drawer can resort to legal actions when the bill is dishonored. And under these accommodation bills, legal actions cannot be resorted when the bill is dishonored. Okay, see this problem. Problems on bills of exchange. Okay, on 1st January 2014, Anil sold goods to Naresh for rupees 8,000. Naresh paid 20% cash immediately after deducting cash discount of 2%. Total of amount is rupees 8,000. Under this 8,000 he paid 20% cash immediately. After deducting the cash discount is 2%. For the balance, remaining balance, Anil draws a bill payable after 3 months. On the due date the bill is honored. Okay, means bill is honored means on the due date only he paid the amount. So past journal entry is in the books of both the parties. Past journal entries in the books of both the parties. Now, in the books of Anil sold goods to Naresh. What is the entry? Here, who is the receiver? Naresh is the receiver. For this entry is Naresh account data to sales account. For this entry is Naresh account data to sales account, rupees 8,000. Being goods sold to Naresh. Next is, see here, he paid 20% cash money. Who paid? Naresh paid. Here who is the receiver? Anil is the receiver. Who prepares these books? In the books of Anil. So debit what comes in? Or here debit the receiver. Who is the receiver? Anil is the receiver. So that cash account debtor 20%. On that 8,000, 20% is how much? 8,000 into 20 by 100. 1,600. Okay. 20% of cash immediately is 1,600. But here after deducting cash discount is 2%. Okay. Deducting cash discount is 2%. So on this 20% deduct that 2%. 2% is 1,600 into 2% is 2 by 100. So 32. Okay. So 1,600. So discount is 32. Remaining amount is 1,568. And remaining bills receivable amount is how much? 6,400. To Naresh is 8,000. Got it? Anil is a receiver, so it comes under debit. So that cash account debtor, discount account debtor, bills receivable account debtor to Naresh account. Cash received and bill drawn on Naresh. So the bill is honored on the due date na. So for that entry is remaining 6,400 will be payable after 3 months na. That bill is honored. So for this entry is how much is remaining? Cash is received 6,400. So that cash account data to bills receivable account 6,400. Being the bill honored on the due date. Next is in the books of Naresh. So in the books of Naresh, he purchased the goods from the Anil. For that entry is purchases account data to Anil account rupees 8,000. In the books of Naresh, in the word Naresh he is not come because we are writing in the books of Naresh only. Next is for the cash paid entry is what? Here who is the receiver? Anil is the receiver. He is the giver. So cash is going out. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So cash is going out. So that's why cash will come under the credit side. For this entry is Anil account data 8,000. To cash account is 1,568. To discount is 32. To bills payable account is 6,400. Being the cash paid and bills payable accepted. Next is he paid on the due date na. So for this is bills payable account data to cash account is 6,400. Being the bill honored on the due date. Okay. So all these problems are like this only. Okay. In next classes we will discuss more problems. And this is our class today.